Hello everyone, my name is Clutch and welcome to Lucifer Mechanics Garage of drag, speed, and styrene customs fabrication.
Destroying everything that affects, making me rich for my sins. Welcome to the Lucifer's Mechanics Garage.
How's it going, everyone? This is Clutch coming at you with another edition of Lucifer Mechanics Garage. It's early Monday morning. Getting ready to hit the bench here and go through and start pulling some projects out, see what's going on. We kind of got to get back on track. We had to get ready last week for the Whitewaters Classic that I went down to Clearwater, Tennessee. Cleveland, Tennessee. Mistake there. Where Chip and his model car club threw a show, and I have to say that I was very impressed with the show that they threw, just being the third annual one. There was a lot of participants, a lot of beautiful cars, some great vendors. I mean, there was. It was for the first time being at a show in 6 years. I have to say that it was real nice. I went down there and me and the wife took a little time off. First time we've had off with each other for in a long time, so ever since she's became a BSN nurse. So it's been about 6 years since we've had a little bitty vacation like that, if that's what you want to call it. But to us, it felt like it. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out. I got it written down here so I don't forget, because you know how I do in these videos. I ramble on and forget and stuff. But you have Shane over at Man Cave Models, and Pappy and James, I keep messing that up. Young Model Masters. James from Truck Customs Garage. Matthew from Rustin Rods Garage. Gary Ruby. Chip. Darby from Apple Pie Time Models. Tim Hulsley. And them are the ones that introduced themselves to me as a community. There could have been more there. If they did, I didn't. I pretty much talked just about everybody there. So I would just like to say that it was a great time. Chip was, for meeting him for the first time. I felt like toward the end of the day, I felt like I know Chip for a long time. Such a great guy. Ran the show. Him and his club members, they ran the show, flawlessly. Without any hitches. Everybody seemed happy. The food was good. Had a good little bake section. With reasonable prices. It was right there. So you could eat all day. That was real nice. So you didn't go hungry. Like I said, the vendors, the vendors there, there's quite a few there. Of course, Chip and Lisa had the Extreme there, which had a huge lineup of some great aftermarket parts. I was quite surprised at the lineup they got. Seeing it up close and seeing it online is two different stories. So if anybody watching this video, any new people to the community or the hobby, get over to extreme.com and check them out. They're kind of a one-stop shop, and they're doing some big help for the community. So go over there and give them a visit. I have to give a shout out to Pappy and Vicky. I felt like when I met Pappy, I've talked to Pappy for a little bit, and when I met Pappy, or Fred Henry, you guys know him. When I started talking, getting on Pappy's page when I first got into the community and was chatting back and forth with him. We got to know each other just a little bit through live chats and stuff. But after we met face to face and got talking through the day, it's like we kind of knowed each other. Felt like we knowed each other for 10 years. Such a great guy. He brought the double nickel, and it took home some hardware. Beautiful truck up close. I mean, he did a phenomenal job on that build. Plus, he brought some other builds that he liked. He brought his, I think it was his 80s Chevrolet pickup truck, and then I can't even, I'm on the spot now, so I can't think, so you know how I get. But anyway, he brought some more builds. They were beautiful. And then James had the Kentuckians there. We had, Darby and James, I keep messing that up, young model master. Of course, Darby, he was running his table over selling models and stuff. And James, I tell you, he's a heck of a young man. He's a heck of a builder. Beautiful cars he brought. Excuse me. He brought home some hardware for his Falcon convertible, and I tell you, it was a beautiful build. And he's going to be a force to be reckoned with years to come. He's going to be one of them cats that walks into a show is going to have a wheelbarrow pull his stuff out, so everybody's going to have to keep an eye on it, young man. Very polite too. I mean, he's a heck of a young man. What can I say? Gary Ruby, heck of a guy. I felt his same way. I felt like I knowed Gary. As soon as we shook hands, it was like I felt like I knew him. Forever. He was me and him. It was weird because we talked a lot. During the show. And he had to judge the paint, and best paint, 'cause he sponsored it. And I tell you, he was an awesome stand-up guy. And like I said, we chatted all through the day, and it was kind of scary about how we thought about everything, as far as modeling and how things look and what people should do and stuff. So it was real great talking to him and stuff. And same with Chip. And like I said, talking to Chip it felt like I knowed him forever. And Tim Hulsley, really nice guy. Shook my hand, had a smile on his face, act like he knowed me. I can't go wrong with that guy either. Shane from Man Cave Models. People, let me tell you something. If you want to learn how to paint and detail a model, go to Man Cave Models, because that cat, he is a heck of a model builder and a heck of a person too. He didn't shy away from me like some people do. He was very, very polite, very nice. And watching him and Tim Hulsley, my old buddy, well, before I get to that, my old buddy Jeff Marsh was there. I've known Jeff for about 15 years now in the hobby, going to shows and stuff. Me and him's even went head to head up sometimes at a show. And but he's a great guy, Jeff is. But anyway, him and Tim and Shane, they're Ford guys, and they was busting his chops. It was worth the trip just to see that. Hearing them two, bicker back and forth about Ford and Chevrolet, man, it was just too much. But all in all, it was a beautiful show, awesomely run. I mean, you couldn't ask for for better people. Beautiful church Chip goes to. Nice facility, big gym. I mean, it's about the same size as you would see at the NNLE. So I expect this show to get really big. So if you can get there next year, get there. Let's see, I'm getting sidetracked here. But anyway, like I said, it was great meeting everybody, and I'm looking forward to the Atlanta show, because I'm going to go down and spend some time, try to get a day to spend time with Pappy and Vicky, his girlfriend. Like I said, me and Pappy hit it off pretty awesome. I can't say enough about the guy. It felt like we knowed each other forever, and So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's get into what's going on in Lucifer Mechanics Garage this week. We're going to pull out the 61, the Dodge Dart, and the 62 Biscayne. Excuse me, guys. I got a lung disease and it keeps coming up on me. And we're going to get back on, we're going to get back on the 61 Dart wagon and the 62 Biscayne. Doing the interiors and everything like that. You know, and I'm also going to be pulling out, you know, I'm a rotation builder, so I'm going to be pulling out models. You know, I'm going to be pulling out models to work on from here on out. And, you know, my main goal is to finish the 61 Dodge Dart and 62 Biscayne. But like I said, I like to pull other things out and work on it too, you know, in between, because it keeps my boredom from developing, you know, working on the same build. Because I hope I don't lose nobody because I don't go A to Z on a model. But what's good about it is when I pull other builds out, that's when I'll start doing my how-tos and my tips and share with you more of what I do. So, you know, that's the factor it's coming out. I got two body projects coming that we're going to be throwing into the mix. We're going to be doing some four-door, building some four-door station wagons. One of them, I don't even think that anybody's even attempted to try to make a four-door out of. And one of them has already been out, done by R&R Vacuum, which we talked about it when I had the 64 Plymouth. I was going to, it was an old R&R Vacuum, and I was going to repop it for personal use. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, because the 65 is my favorite year, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the 65 and make a four-door out of it. And then just and that way it'll be my own, and I'll repop it, and that way if I ever need it or somebody else needs the body, and then also, like I said, I'm gonna have you guys watch me do it, and then that way if you guys want to do it, you can pull it off as well. But yeah, there's a lot coming up, you know, starting this week as we get back on track. That's basically about it, everybody. Except that I had a really good time this weekend. It took me a day to recover. Like I said, you know, some of you might know that I have a hard time breathing and have this lung disease that's developed through the years, and so it took me a little bit to recover. It's hard for me to travel and stuff, you know, and walk around long periods of time. So it took me, you know, all day Sunday and to recover, Saturday night and Sunday to recover, and so I'm ready to get back to work and get in the shop and get things going. So other than that, everything is beautiful. Beautiful day in Kentucky, and the wind's blowing, and you know, it's 70 degrees out, and so I'm ready to get in here and get to work. So everybody, love your families, you know, love your friends, you know, just like they're your family. Love your pets, and there's a new saying that I'm going to start saying at the end of every show, is to build smart, build efficient. Without efficiency, people, it's you know, you can, if you build efficiently, might I say, is that you can achieve a lot more, you know, of your dreams of building than you can if you just go out and buy models all the time. So spend your money on tools and aftermarket parts. Models will be there forever. So other than that, people, thanks for stopping by and subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Everybody gather around the strip for a once-in-a-lifetime drag. We have a very special race for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have Lucifer driving his full nitro funny car Camaro, ready to shred tires in competition at hellish speeds. Lucifer will be holding grudge matches all night, gambling for souls. Don't fret, ladies and gentlemen. No, Nothing will slow down his car, not even after crashes. Gashes are being completely mangled, all thanks to Lucifer's mechanic. He can fix it all. It won't rest until Lucifer is reigning champion.